I know, right? And we're live, everybody, here in Lombard, Illinois. This is the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Club. This is the semifinals of doubles. It's the first of our evening. And what a day it's been, Cheryl Godinez. We've had quite some matches today.
Yes, very interesting all weekend, actually.
Well, the big news, of course, is that world number one Paula Longoria is playing in the doubles here with her partner, Montse Mejia, who just beat her in a tiebreaker about 30 minutes ago. Longoria has to regroup after that loss. I'm sure she won't be happy, but refocus,
0-0.
re-energize, and get to a final at least.
She's good at rebounding.
But who are they facing? The team in red, Natalia Mendez on the left, Erica Manilla on the right, the current U.S. Open champions.
Stop. 2 bounces.
2 bounces called on Erica Manilla. Manilla on the right side, the most powerful hitter on the court and in the tour. Big skip from Manilla. Last night, we saw Mejia and Longoria play for the first time that I've ever seen, that I think anybody's ever seen, because for the last 10, 12 years, Samantha Salas has been Longoria's partner.
Right, and I watched
gets
that
hit.
match yesterday as well, and it seemed like it was a little bit of a shaky start.
Especially
in the
the first game, yeah.
And then it seemed like Paola started to take more in the middle and create some space, and then they started to play really well together.
Mendez gets trapped on the left side. The Great Divorce, as I'm calling it. And of course, if you know C.S. Lewis, that was the title of one of his books. So totally taking it from there. It was a big deal. Longoria Salas splitting up and playing with another group who split up themselves in Mejia and Herrera, who've played together for years as well.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was surprising. I pulled up the brackets the other day just to see, and I looked at the top of the women's draw, and I thought, oh, Alexander's playing with Samantha. How weird. I guess Paula isn't playing doubles. And then, lo and behold, I looked at the bottom of the draw, and there she was playing with Montse. So, of course, that sparked some conversations.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It did for all of us. Clean winner from Mendez. So look at this replay. The middle opens, jams Longoria. She couldn't get that backhand back. She was stuck on the left side. It's 1 serving 3. Mendez misses that on the forehand side. I would say her weaker side, a bit of a loopy swing that she can almost hide in doubles and just play the backhand, which makes her such a great backhand-sided doubles player.
I agree. And, you know, I think, too, the theme, and I've watched Paula play this weekend, it seems like she's been hitting a lot of pinches. And I think in this match, she needs to not do that. And she needs to stick, especially with this glass, with the wide angles and the down the lines.
Beautiful shot from.
She'd been leaving the pinches up earlier in the singles and the previous doubles. So we'll see what happens with the shot selection as this goes.
Let me ask you this, Cheryl.
5-1.
As a pro player, international player who played singles and doubles, if you're in the final of doubles tomorrow, do you kind of put it on your partner to carry you a little in doubles tonight?
If you're also in the singles?
Yeah, and Monse Mejia is playing both.
Well, the doubles is after the singles, correct?
5-1.
Yeah, I'm talking about tonight.
Oh,
I'm
tonight.
Just saying, you know what? I got a big match tomorrow in singles.
No. I think they'll. I mean, strangely, the oldest woman on this court right now is Paola, right? And it's so weird to say, but I think they'll rebound. No, they're going all out right now. They're going all out. Oh, goodness.
Mendez got 2 chances and missed both.
1-5.
A 1-5, excellent start for Longoria. Mejia just playing clean. It's a little bit messy from Mendez and Manilla. Too many unforced errors. But that was better from Mendez. Take another look at this. Lunging forward, just guiding that ball into the front wall. But it's Manilla who's
5-2.
the one making the mistakes, and she did that earlier in her semifinal of singles, too.
Yeah, and she was falling backwards a little bit there. She really didn't put her body into that effectively.
Point. 6-2.
Another point, Longoria.
We're talking about pressure, so now kind of there's pressure on both of these teams.
I think there's really the most of the pressure is on Manilla and Mendez, though.
I agree with you.
They are the U.S. Open champions, and before that, they hadn't done well. They actually went and trained together for a couple of days to get ready and won the U.S. Open.
So like we saw yesterday with the pressure, I think, being on Monse a little bit in their doubles and taking some time to settle in, it looks to me we're seeing the same here with Erica and Natalia, right? Taking some time to settle in, maybe feeling the pressure as well, and also maybe wanting to make a statement against this new team.
Exactly. They're the U.S. Open champions, and so nobody's taking them lightly anymore.
Right.
Nothing's for granted. We're coming after you. I don't like the idea. Well, let me just say as well, it's a lot easier when it comes to pressure to be the hunter than the hunted. And now Manilla and Mendez are the hunted. They were the hunters, not anymore. But I'll also say, and another unforced error from Manilla, I don't like Manilla being up front. I don't think she has the hands the soft hands that Mendez has. I like Manilla being deep, driving the
shooter.
ball.
Yeah, I agree. And the other thing is, would we be saying that they were the hunted if Paola was still playing with Samantha for this tournament? What would we be saying then?
We would, because they won the U.S. Open.
I don't know. I still think the history. I still think the history of the Salas-Longoria pairing holds. That would have been an interesting situation.
But that's who they lost to in the U.S. Open. So.
Second serve.
They have appeals options available, Mendez and Manilla. They're electing not to. Mejia just taking off her Band-Aid that she put on earlier in her singles. She was bleeding from a dive. That's what I want from Erica Manilla, right? Deep, drive it, wide angle, down the line, cross court. Let Mendez play the front court.
Right.
A swing and a miss from Manilla.
But it's interesting, though, because if they were going to do that, or a modified I formation almost, it's hard to do because typically the left side player would be the one that would be more in the backcourt, you know, taking everything up the middle, being the shooter on the left and in the middle.
Right.
And then the right side player would be up in the front, taking their share of forehands on the far right side and then making the gets. So here it's interesting because we're saying that, but they're kind of on different sides to be doing that. So I'm interested to see how this plays out, you know.
Great point. Manilla was up early there and rips the backhand winner. Mejia couldn't cover. Why? Because Mejia was over on the left side taking the ball off Longoria. 3 serving 6. 4 serving 6. Oh, Mejia broke her racket.
The other thing I think is yesterday I thought Mejia looked tentative and, you know, probably nervous, feeling the pressure of the doubles change and everything. Now having just won her match, I'm seeing a different player here.
Well, hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching from. Thanks to those of you who've liked the feed, liked the page or the channel, subscribed, and of course have shared this match. It's turning into a interesting one. 4 serving 6.
I think she was fine there.
Yeah, Manilla sometimes, I feel, puts her hand up far too fast, holds it up, and it affects her play.
Can you do the replay on that or no?
It has to be immediate.
Okay.
And so, because it's early on in the rally.
Because I couldn't see it with the post. I felt like it was fine.
Yeah, it looked fine from here.
I'd love to see it again.
Great hands from Mejia.
Oh,
Longoria,
goodness.
we can replay that. What happened? I think she just missed the She thought it was going down into the left corner.
Oh, it's a nice shot.
So all of a sudden, it's the middle that seems to be the place that Mendez and Manilla want to hit. 4 serving 6 side out. Mendez with a shock loss in the round of 16s, the 4 seed in singles.
I noticed that. This is the first time I've seen her on the court all tournament.
Point 5-6.
Great shot from Mendez, 5-6. 2 points away from a world championship title with Valeria Centellas. there's Erica Manilla, flat and hard. 6 serving 6. Oh my goodness, Natalia Mendez, Argentina,
7-6.
off of the, just scrambling back and hits the winner. Sometimes it's not things you coach, it's just the way you react. But Longoria says, I can hit
7-6.
low and hard. Side out, 7-6.
Oh, good shot by Montse.
6-7.
That's loose.
Oh,
And another unforced error from Mejia.
7-7.
I do like, Cheryl, the fact that we hear a lot of communication on the court between these 4 players.
well, I was just wondering how much practice have Montse and Paola had together? I would have to assume some.
Oh, my.
But they do seem to be gelling better than they did yesterday.
Watch this. Oh,
Oh,
had Longoria gone straight, Manilla would have taken one somewhere on her body. Oh,
see, now there was a little confusion.
Mejia picked that up. Unbelievable. And again.
There you go.
Finally,
Wow.
Mejia showing a
Good
little bit
rally.
of composure where all the other 3 were just hitting hard.
Mm-hmm.
Great shot, Montse Mejia.
Great rally. Oh, keep playing. Come on.
That's a great rally. I love, Cheryl, all of the communication on every one of those shots. You,
Exactly.
me, you, got it.
Well, I knew there was going to be an appeal depending on the outcome of that rally.
Replay.
And they're already doing it.
So, yeah, the line judges.
Replay. Brenda said that she didn't see the ball.
So we had one line judges, no call, couldn't see.
Replay.
Second line judge disagreed with the ref, so the call is a replay.
Wow.
9-7. Ball was down.
Ball was down. I don't think so. What do you think?
Well, I was going to ask for the replay, but I think we missed it. But it's tough from this angle.
Erica's
Tim.
appealing a screen. I called the ball down.
So one agrees, one disagrees this time. The other, they flip the line judge decisions. Call stands.
9-7.
9-7. 2 seeds over the 3 seeds.
That's good coverage.
Point.
And a little mix-up in the back between
10-7.
Mendez and Manilla. But another point for Mejia and Longoria. Good timeout on the court taken by Mendez and Manilla. We'll take 1, 2. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Tim Baghurst, Cheryl Godinez joining you. It's 10 serving 7. Timeout taken by Team USA Argentina. Tough shot.
Wow.
Great timeout. It really stopped the momentum.
7-10.
Woo.
Hang in there, Cheryl. We got a long way to go. That's really tough. Take another look at this from Manilla. Really controlling the middle of the court, forcing both of the players in blue to the left and right, allowed her to hit what she wanted. This time
That's a
it's
great shot.
Mendez with the forehand pinch winner.
9-10.
9-10. We might see a timeout soon from Longoria Mejia. Wow, tough
How
shot.
did she execute that?
Well, she plays fronton. There's the timeout.
Wow.
We're going to stay here. We're going to stay here. I have a question for you, Cheryl, in terms of doubles pairings. We saw Salas and Longoria broke up. Mejia Herrera broke up. And Mejia and Longoria paired together. One might argue that their styles are similar. Patience, keeping the ball up,
Paula
go
and
to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Whereas Salas, shoot, Herrera, shoot. Why didn't, assuming you had a choice and you're Longoria, right, the world number 1, why didn't you choose Herrera to complement your style?
Well, here's the thing. I think people are making assumptions that Paola initiated this, and I'm.
yeah, I
we
mean,
don't know.
theoretically.
I mean, so it may be a situation where somebody else maybe initiated it, and so you know, perhaps she decided to try it out. But I see your point.
Skip. Half out.
I mean, I see it in the latter part of her career. Paola may say, hey, I have a chance to play the forehand with Herrera.
Yeah, that would be interesting as well. And other people have asked that same question. But we don't know what initiated all of this.
Agreed,
Truly,
agreed.
that's the thing.
Well, a nice little run for Manilla Mendez with a crack in the back right corner.
Short. Second serve.
Manilla going for this jam serve, which has been very effective for her in doubles.
Screen there.
Replay.
Yeah, good call.
And she uses the jam in
11-10.
singles too. And because she hits it with such velocity,
Yeah.
it's effective no matter what.
And you mentioned earlier, Longoria needs to go wide angle down the line. She's not doing that very much.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It
There's
seems like they're all pinching a lot, and
Well,
being old school, I mean, of course, my game was not a pinching game necessarily. So, of course, I noticed that right away. But there we saw a pinch winner. So who are we to argue?
it took about 7 or 8 non-pinches to get there.
Exactly.
Half out.
I think it's more of a question of not
10-11.
don't pinch at the right,
At the right time. Exactly.
Second serve.
Second serve coming up. Longoria Mejia down at 10-11.
It's a nice angle.
Tough.
But going back to Longoria, and if she is making a choice, I mean, she should make a choice, I would think, to lengthen her doubles career. And
Agreed.
what's going to be the best choice for her? She's, you know, the pool of athletes, they're all younger than her now. And I think
Well done.
I think both are good choices between Alexander and Montse, and we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll end up together. We don't know.
Herrera Salas coming up next. Mejia dancing all over that court to stay out of the way of the ball. Got stuck in the back right corner, forcing Longoria to cover the rest of the court and couldn't quite get there. 12 serving 10. Skip ball, Manilla, Victor, Manilla, Carlos Quadri. A little nervous below us. Carlos is, we videoed him before. He can't sit still.
That's true.
A great coach.
I remember that from
Players
many years.
love him.
Oh, that was good. That was a good shot.
11-12. Point.
I can see why she thought that because it sounded strange, but looked like a good shot to me from this angle.
Nobody in her corner is encouraging an appeal.
Point.
Wow.
Mejia ripping a forehand pinch winner. Take another look.
12-12.
Feet were positioned well for that one. Early racket prep, driving through the ball into the right wall.
Point.
Wide angle from Longoria. Smart shot. Timeout, says Erica Manilla. I think it's a good one. The last time they took a timeout, they went on a run. Can they do so here? They really need it if they're going to win game one.
You want to stand here. This way, if your opponent's over here, you can hit it away from them all the way over there, down the line. If they're all the way back here, hit it way up close up there. Wait a minute. We're definitely not going to do it this way.
I have a whole suitcase.
Get on a plane and get off of it.
Good for you.
13-12.
So timeout was used. Second and final timeout from the 3 seeds. They really need this side out.
Oh, did you see that angle? Wow.
14-12.
14-12. Game point here for Longoria and Mejia. Oh, there you go. Great angles by Paola.
And skipped from Mendez. The 2 seeds were creaking. It was almost there for Mejia Mendez, but Longoria and Mejia found a way to win the first game. So what changes will Mendez and Mejia do? They have 2 minutes to make them. We'll be back in just 2 minutes to find out.
Platt Nursery, how can I help you?
For nearly 35 years, Platt Hill Nursery in Bloomingdale has been the cream of the crop in nursery stock. Started by Mr. Platt Hill himself back in the 80s, this one-stop shop for all your planting needs prides itself on their impressive selection of greenery and their even more impressive customer service.
If you don't know what you're doing, you will by the end of the day. You can find out anything you need to know.
With constant competition from big box stores, Platt Hill Nursery relies on its expert staff to be the difference the customers are looking for.
Well, people go into the box stores like Home Depot and Lowe's and Menards, but they don't get the professionalism or the knowledge that they do with the employees that work here at Platt Hill. And we live it, because every one of us is a gardener.
Each planting season brings in more customers every year, and the people at Platt Hill want to be the finest nursery they can choose.
In our mission statement, it says we're supposed to be the best garden center of our time. That's a tall order, and it's something that we strive to do all the time. So in my opinion, we don't want to necessarily be the biggest, but in the end of the day, we want to be the best, and we want to treat our customers to the best product and the best service.
One thing that we like to do is give good customer service, because that's what we do here. That's what makes us Platt Hill Nursery.
I'm Holly Scott, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've been playing racquetball for about 15 years. My dad started because I didn't like the daycare at the gym, so I was very bored and I needed to go play racquetball. It's my calling. I love the LPRT. I get to travel, meet new people, work on my Spanish, and it's just a great experience and everyone should experience it. Reaching your dream foundation is really important to me because it helps me travel, to get experience, to do better in racquetball and in life. They teach you to do things professionally, on and off the court. My goal is to be number one. Obviously, same with everybody. It's difficult, but with their help, I can work for it every single tournament and get better. Donations are greatly appreciated, no matter how big or small. It helps players like.
And we're back live, everyone. Tim Baghurst, Cheryl Godinez. What a reach from Longoria. Mendez, though, was quick, was alert to the fact that Longoria got that ball back. Cheryl, put yourself in the position of the 3 seeds. Do you change anything going into game 2?
I think the only thing that we saw was unforced errors.
Yeah.
You know?
Particularly Manilla seemed
Exactly.
to hit a few extra.
So if they eliminate those, I mean, it was 15-12. They probably had 6 or 7, I would say, skip balls.
0-2.
That might have been a totally different game.
Good start, though, from the 3 seeds. 2 quick points. Reminder, if you're serving first in a game, only one of the 2 gets to serve.
Oh.
Tough shot.
Lovely.
1-2.
It was all or nothing from Longoria. She got herself backed into the left wall. Executed so well. Great shot, Mejia, wide angle.
You know, Paola is always adjusting her glasses. We need to get her a strap for
Oh,
those
I've
glasses.
often thought about
I don't know how
counting,
she plays like
counting how many times.
Oh my goodness.
Lots of players have their idiosyncrasies.
Half out.
Count the number of times Rodrigo Montoya wipes his feet.
Oh.
Take another look at this, everybody. No communication between the 2 of them, and somehow they pushed each other's rackets to the front wall, the ball to the front wall, and got the result they wanted. Longoria. But Manilla, look at how low she bent. Leg strength to bend low to hit that ball flat. And then a skip from Longoria.
Yes, a little unusual.
Great reach from Manilla. And again.
Oh.
Wow, what a rally.
Wow.
Manilla
5-2.
did well to stay in that rally, and then look how she finished it with a fist pump. Couple of skips from Longoria in this second game.
And I think, you know, down 6-2, it looked like Paula was going for that left corner. You know, they need to keep these girls in red deep.
Like this.
And go, yes, and wait for their opportunities.
And accept the skips, the unforced errors. Mejia, shoulder high, went for broke, paid the price. 6-2 second server. But you're okay with that when you're serving. You're not giving away points. Tremendous serve.
7-2.
Oh.
Redo. Replay. 7-2.
You can see that just on the left side of your screen, Mendez getting in the way of Longoria. Big shout out to Maripa Riquelme, who's been doing all of the social media for the tour this weekend. Shot Longoria. She does so well, Riquelme. Hope you enjoy all of the little clips and highlights and posts over the weekend. Be sure to share them and like them as well. It certainly helps as we try to share racquetball around the world.
What was she looking for there? Oh, she got the crack
She
there.
did. Take another look at this. No appeal coming now. You saw how sideways that ball went.
3-7.
3 serving 7.
So she thought that was short. It looked
They both
good
did.
from this angle. I'd have to see it again. Oh boy.
Well, take another look. Let's have a replay.
That was good.
Ball hit the front wall, but Longoria couldn't get the ball because she was on the floor. I will see an appeal here, but what are we going to see appeal?
Her serve short.
Short serve appeal.
Who's the other? Wait.
Both line judges disagree.
That's such a smart appeal.
It is, but this is one of those rules that I just don't like, right? Whoever, we knew whoever was going to win or lose that rally, we were going to have an appeal.
Right.
3-7.
Nice serve.
Point.
So Manilla has to cover, you correct me if I'm wrong, has to cover down the line. It's Mendez who has to run up and cover that pinch.
Correct. Yeah. Wow.
And didn't again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's Natalia's the whole way. But you know what? She hit it well too. It's tough.
Yeah.
Five, 7.
5 serving 7.
Oh, golly.
Oh, Longoria.
Oh, my.
Oh, what a rally. Swing and a miss from Manilla. Swing and a miss
Wow.
from Mendez.
6-7,
I
timeout.
feel like Paola is very focused here. More so, I feel, than in that last singles match.
Well, a part of it is perhaps I've got to get this or I'm going home tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right? I want my flight on Monday,
Right.
not on Sunday. Definitely some pressure as well, given the fact she's playing with a new partner. And they're feeling each other out, but doing so very well. They're down 6-7, but they were down
They're on a run.
big
Yeah.
in the second game. And as you said, they're on a run. The other interesting thing, I love it when partners wear the same clothing to match.
Makes it easier.
Almost always, Cheryl, we see partners playing with the same racquetball company as doubles. Teams,
Really?
right?
Is
Well,
that
look, we
right?
got Team Head.
Uh-huh.
Mejia and Herrera were Team Gearbox. and so it's interesting that now we've got Mejia and Longoria playing with two different racket companies. the management of the clothing, they're going to have to work on a little.
Right.
I'm sure one of Longoria's sponsors is going to fix that problem.
I didn't even think about that.
All right, here we go. 6 serving 7. Good match this evening. One more coming. And right now, the ball seemed to be being missed by Mendez in this second game.
Absolutely.
Game 1, it was Manilla. Game 2, Mendez really needs to step up. Oof.
Oh, wow.
Hit one lower than that. Challenge any of you watching. Classic definition of a rollout.
Oh, wow. That was quite the get.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Longoria looks to the sky after this one.
And, you know, part of doubles is you were saying Natalia seems to be missing here, where earlier it was Erica. A good doubles team, you know, you have to recognize it. Natalia's missing
Yep.
Q. Now Erica has to say, well, I gotta make up for that. I gotta figure out a way to compensate.
Get a few more
Ideally,
balls.
if you're both playing great, that's the ideal situation. But then as they grow as a team, they're gonna figure out how to adjust and compensate. Oh dear.
Replay.
Replay's a good call. Mendez thankful that Mejia didn't swing.
And Natalia is so good-natured. I mean, she's always smiling, no matter what. She's so fun to watch.
I've seen her not smile once or twice, Cheryl.
Once or twice only, though. Even in juniors, she was always grinning. It drove us, as USA team coaches, crazy.
7-9.
7 serving 9. Another tight game. That is just sheer power from Manilla. Look at this. Blasted that ball into the front right corner. And again, there is Manilla. 2 quick points, 9-9.
It's a barn burner.
It's a very interesting phrase, isn't it?
I haven't used it in a while. That's a nice break for Paola and Montse. Oh, golly.
Behind the back from Mejia. What power. Manilla is just swinging, and hits the crack, takes advantage, gets a point, 10-9.
So then the other team should be recognizing, let's stay away from her for
Right,
a few.
go down the left side.
Maybe you even.
Or hit a little bit higher.
Yeah. But see, they're going back to Erica, right? Like all this, they're giving her that opportunity to stay hot.
Yeah, Mendez didn't touch the ball in that whole rally. Timeout on the court taken by Longoria and Mejia. I think it's a wise one. It's 4 points in a row for the 3 seeds. We're back live. It's 11-9.
See, even there, they went around the world to Manilla.
Manilla is just not letting Mendez hit a shot, really. Mendez had one shot in about the last 4 rallies. And it's working.
Wow.
Well, you're not supposed to pinch a pinch, and Mejia did, and then Mendez did, and it was Mendez who got one a little bit lower, 13-9. Turnaround because Longoria Mejia led. 6 points in a row.
Oh.
7 points
and
in
again,
a row.
What a risky shot at 13-9. I mean, you just can't. I like to say play the percentages, and at 13-9, that was not a percentage shot.
Foot fault. Not called.
Oh, golly.
Wow, classic avoidable hinder. Take another look at this, Cheryl. We don't see this too often with the Longoria. Completely in the way on game point. Another tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she did. Another tiebreaker coming up, everybody. Hotly contested today here in Lombard, Illinois. We'll be back in just a minute. And welcome back, everybody. Tim Baghurst, Cheryl Godinez, enjoying another tiebreaker today. Cheryl, this is what we want, though, in women's racquetball: parity, excitement, a little bit of drama.
It's definitely exciting.
Well, I asked you at the end of game one. Who, what needs to change for Manilla and Mendez. Now let me ask you, what needs to change for Mejia and Longoria?
Oh, golly. I mean, to me, the quality all around has improved since the 0-0 in the first game. I mean, they're all playing well. The angles are a lot sharper. I don't know. I don't even know who to pick in this tiebreaker. They both seem to play pretty evenly right now. I didn't see as many unforced errors last game. So I just think it's going to be who can put that ball down first. You know, keep eliminating the unforced errors and hitting the angles sharply. And
well, now's your chance to make your predictions. Who's going to win it? 2 seeds or 3 seeds?
Is this a margarita?
Again, Manilla standing flat in the middle of the court. I'm not sure what we're appealing. Okay, there's an appeal for a skip on Manilla. It did look weird to me.
It sounded weird to me.
So both line judges said I couldn't see it.
1-0.
And that's an appeal lost. It looked weird.
It did.
But
that hit her.
Yep. And you can see Manilla just caught in the middle of the court. Look at how far into the middle of the court Manilla is now standing. Basically playing almost I formation rather than side to side.
Yes, and I don't know, is that something they discussed doing, or is she just naturally doing it? Oh.
Ball got jammed onto Mendez, and you could see there's a little bit more effort, I think, from Longoria Mejia to push this ball over to the left side.
They need to be devoted right now to making Natalia play, I think. And then if she gets hot again, then you go back and you change your plan.
Yes, another unforced error from Mendez. Well, maybe a forced error, but still point for Longoria Mejia.
But it's just one when you're Powell and Monse right now. You're saying, yes, kind of an easier point, you know. But because really, they've had to really fight to get. Everybody's had to fight to get their points in this match. Nothing is. You know, the last game and a half has been pretty intense and long rallies.
Half-hearted hands go up.
Yeah. We'll
set up Longoria.
See, there you go again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Kind of a similar.
You can definitely feel the ball coming down this left side a lot more in this third game.
Definitely.
Short, second serve.
I would even, if I'm Monse, maybe hit a jam into the right wall that splits them and maybe gives Natalia the opportunity to hit the ball too. Oh, no.
Let's see what happened. Oh, I
Did
think
the
it was
ball
on the
hit her?
No, the racket on the back. Mejia tried to jump the shot. All right, let's take a timeout. This is clearly an injury timeout. Mejia got hit in the back, is laying on the floor. We'll be back in just a minute.
Me reach our dream. I'm Holly Scott, I'm 20 years old and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've been playing racquetball for about 15 years. My dad started because I didn't like the daycare at the gym, so I was very bored and I needed to go play racquetball. It's my calling. I love the LPRT. I get to travel, meet new people, work on my Spanish, and it's just a great experience and everyone should experience it. Reaching your dream foundation is really important to me because it helps me travel, to get experience, to do better. Racquetball.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. Just to give you an update, if you just missed it, if you didn't see it, Mejia was hit with the follow-through of Erica Manilla's racket in the lower back pelvis area. Looked very painful. Mejia was on the ground for quite a while. The doctor is on site and is tending to her. And so Mejia's taken an injury timeout, and we're just kind of seeing what the status is for Mejia, whether she will continue to play or not. We'll leave it on the court camera, but we're gonna mute the mic and just leave it on court. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're in an injury timeout. If you're just joining us, Mejia was hit by Manilla's racket as she tried to jump a shot. Got hit in the hip area. They're going to continue playing, is what I just heard from the official, but they are using their full 15-minute timeout. So we're going to stay off air. We're going to leave it on as it is, and then when the players are ready, we'll be back on to talk about it. And welcome back, everybody. Let's take another look at what exactly happened to Montse Mejia. We're just trying to get a replay of this.
1 minute.
That's not it, Jay. We're going to work on it. We're glad Montse Mejia is back on the court, Cheryl.
We are. I mean, you'd hate to see that, and especially with her finals coming up tomorrow. And You know, she's a tough girl, though. I mean, I knew she would play, but I have a feeling we're going to see her be real fired up right now. What do you think?
3-1.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
And, you know, when the adrenaline wears off, she's probably going to feel that. Right now, it's probably like, it's bothersome, but eh. And then when she wakes up in the morning, it's,
she'll be real stiff and sore.
She didn't put up the most enthusiastic lob serve there, I will say that.
Who hits an enthusiastic lob serve?
Well, I mean, it was a little more nonchalant than I've seen her, but let's just see what happens. She doesn't look herself right now, I will say that. So you can see Paola maybe trying to take over a little bit more there. And Monse is letting her do it too, which to me is not a good sign for how bad
No, and if
this
I'm
might be.
Manilla and Mendez, what do? Pound everything
Make
down
her
the
play.
right side,
I
right?
I hate to say that, but yes, of course. See, even that, she would have taken that earlier and ripped it as hard as she could down that right line or into the right corner. But let's just see. Give her a minute to see there.
2-3.
Yeah, different walk, different no bounce in the bungee, so to speak.
Come on. Let's see what you do here. Come on.
Soft
And, you know,
touch.
sometimes, though, you can have an injury and a couple things happen. The other team goes, oh, she's injured, and they maybe feel a little bad, and they let down a little bit. And then suddenly she comes out and she's, you know, doing amazing things. So we just have to wait and see.
Point given. Let's take another look at this.
Oh, I couldn't tell. It looked like it was going to be good. Yeah. It kind of
tight.
4-2.
Wow. She goes for the same serve. Smart idea, actually. See, Monse's letting her, if you just look at the body language, Monse's not really in an athletic ready position.
No, not bending over.
Paola is coming over onto the right side of the court. Uh-oh.
Great shot from Manilla. Again, Monse just having to back out of the way of that backswing from Manilla, who's tall, rangy, and has a big swing.
Well, see, there you go.
Right. Manilla's like, I'm just going to put the ball down because I can't run.
Well, because and these girls may be thinking, oh, she's not going to go for it. She looks like she's hurt, and then, oh, pinch winner. So they have the girls in red have to stay on their toes as well here. I thought that skipped.
Let's take another look.
I thought it skipped.
I don't think so. I think it just rolled.
I called it skip.
Ooh, line judges agree.
I thought it skipped.
Well, you can all make up your minds wherever you're watching.
See, and there's Paola. Did you see that wide angle? And Paola went way over to the right and took that shot for Monse, which is kind of concerning.
That's kind of where you have to go at Monse, a little bit higher.
Yeah, right now, yeah, for sure. Yeah, she seems a little timid right now.
How about?
Oh, you're really enjoying this, aren't you, Chris? See, that purpose to helping out, right?
The Mendez and Manilla are just asking how many timeout appeals they have available.
I saw the rally good. Erica's appealing replay.
So both line judges overturn the call, and replay is the result. Don't forget, we got another match coming up after this.
Skip.
It'll be a late night here in Lombard, Illinois.
You are right, Tim.
Late
wow.
call from Manilla. Good recovery, Mendez.
Oh, golly.
4-6.
4 serving
This
6.
is interesting. Oof.
Half out. 4-6.
A U turned into a me, which turned into a skip.
Exactly. I thought the same thing.
4 serving 6. Longoria Mejia still lead.
Point. 5-6.
Fran Davis frantically trying to catch the attention of Longoria. Sometimes wonder whether Longoria doesn't look that way on purpose. I'm not sure.
Exactly. Well, you know, she knows what she's doing. You
Yes,
know,
she
there's
does.
not
Look at
much that somebody can tell her at this point.
She knows how to
You know,
play.
if anybody knows how to play, it's her. Oh, golly.
Point.
Yeah.
Well, what's the call?
would say
Take a
hinder
look at
there.
this. I don't think this is a point, and here's why.
Well,
Longoria
it's
was
a
going.
total hinder.
No. But Longoria was going up to the ceiling. That's not the rule.
Well, but it's still a replay.
A replay, but
Yeah.
avoidable hinder
Oh,
was
no,
given.
no avoidable.
7-5.
Well,
Yeah. I thought you meant it wasn't even a replay.
no.
Okay.
Short. Second serve.
Good shot. So notice that Mejia's being stuck in the back right now, and it's opening up the front right. And so Longoria has to cover that. Great shot. Take another look at this. Longoria has to cover the front right, which is opening up the left.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, Monse doesn't look willing to make any dramatic movements.
No, I think she's just trying to get through this match, to be honest.
Down 2. 6-7.
6 serving 7.
Oh, boy.
2.
6-7. Point.
We're having an appeal for
I
something.
called it good. Taylor wants a replay. Call stands. Point. 6-7.
That was unclear from the ref.
Appeal lost.
Super
called-
unclear. I'm not even sure what happened there.
Yeah. I don't think one of the line judges did either.
Come on.
I think that, and this is where the clarification,
7-7.
I didn't see 2 bounces. The player is asking for 2 bounce get. Okay,
Not
now
just
we
I called it
clearly know.
good.
Right,
Right.
I called what good.
Oh, gosh.
And there's Longoria over on the far right side
Well,
trying to get that ceiling
Trying
ball.
to compensate for the situation.
Manilla Mendez take an 8-7 lead.
Point.
Tough.
9-7.
Mendez, we haven't said that name very often in a positive way in this match. That was pretty.
That was a nice shot.
Look at that from Manilla. Really like that, Cheryl.
Well,
aggressive, taking the ball early, catching both players too far deep.
I just can't help but think about how well Monse was playing earlier, and when she got injured, it's just been a completely different ball game. I mean, that's the way it goes, but.
Match point. Mendez puts it down just like that. Pinch winner from Mendez, who hits 2 nice shots in the last few. And, of course, commiserations to Mejia in particular. It was such a finely poised tiebreaker until Manilla got hit with the racket of Manilla. No doubt Manilla is distraught that happened, but really that was on Mejia for kind of jumping
totally.
the situation.
I agree. I mean, it wasn't avoidable, but.
Okay, so a match goes to the 3 seeds regardless how it happened. They claim it 12-15, 15-9, 11-7. Coming up next, it is Munoz who's ready to get on the court with Rodriguez, taking on a new pairing of Salas and Herrera. 2 shooters, long, tall, rangy, powerful. It's going to be interesting to see the contrast in styles between those two. Here's the replay, by the way. You can see Manilla immediately realized what happened.
Yeah, that looked bad. Yeah, and I haven't seen Alexandra and Samantha play yet this weekend.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. So that's what we have. Here's one more replay of what happened. Manilla just hitting the back, like the pelvis area of Mejia. Of course, we hope Mejia's okay for tomorrow's final. That is a huge concern for all of us. We want her to be at her best. She's taking on Herrera. But for now, thanks, Cheryl Godinez. My name's Tim Baghurst, JT, RB, and Jay Josie at the controls. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back in a few minutes.